Hello, friends, and welcome to Simple Spoken English. My main goal is to make learning fun and engaging, and this video is part of that journey. Today, we bring you episode 4 of David's adventure. If you haven't seen episodes 1, 2, and 3 yet, I highly recommend checking those out first. This story is truly amazing. Now let's jump into episode 4. On one hand, Roma was looking at David. She also wanted to know how the expert she had just met would advise Henry. Everyone's eyes were on Mr. David. If he didn't say anything, it would become a joke. He was about to make some excuse, but that he suddenly remembered the mistakes written in the book. In which book we'll discuss later, let's focus on current story. He didn't know if the information was correct or wrong, but at that time, he couldn't think of any excuse. That's why he dared to say, "There are a lot of mistakes in your pose. A total of 12 mistakes. Yes, I say there are a lot of mistakes. 12. I didn't hear wrong, did I? You make a very good joke. This mongoose punch is very ordinary. It is taught in all schools throughout the country. After thousands of years, after so many attempts, it has been put in this pose. It's not perfect, but it wasn't that bad either. You really see 12 mistakes in it." Lies. He doesn't know anything. That's why he's talking nonsense. The first students were talking about him, but as soon as he opened his mouth to say something, everyone started laughing loudly. Mongoose punch was one of the most basic poses. If someone is learning martial arts, it was necessary for him to learn mongoose punch. He wasn't that powerful, but for thousands of years, experts had tried to fix him. That's why he had the fewest mistakes. People also call it a perfect punch. This man makes 12 mistakes in such a pose. What kind of joke is this? Even if you don't think about zero number, the pose maker won't be able to make 12 mistakes in it. "Oh, Mr. David, you're really an expert. There are 12 mistakes in mongoose punch, right? Tell us too." Mark didn't think that David would say all this, but as soon as he got the chance, he got excited and tried to embarrass David. This was the time to turn his enthusiasm into strength. Even after hearing all this, David didn't let his fear of his mind come on his face. How did he know that Henry would do such a pose that everyone would know about? Old David must have known, but because he had just come into this body, he couldn't remember properly. But he is from another world where there is no lack of information. It is not so easy to embarrass him. He said it again with courage. "Don't you believe me? It's not that I don't want to advise you, but you won't believe me. And because you won't do as I say, then it's not my fault. Roma, let's go. There is no harm in such a challenge. Wait, we'll listen to you. Go ahead." As soon as he saw David leaving, Mark stopped him. It seemed that David was intentionally making mistakes, so that people laugh at him and he gets a chance to run away. But he won't get such a chance again. So how could he let David go? Seeing that David is completely trapped, he had no choice but to open the book and read what was written. If he has to die, then fine. He opened the book and read the mistakes again. He looked at the last mistake. And then he said, "You pose with your right hand. Take my advice, do it with your left hand, and then punch the wall. Who knows? He might get a gift." Anyway, there was no other way to escape, with the left hand. This can also be an advice. What a joke. Everyone's left hand is weak. If he does it with his left hand, his whole pose won't go wrong. The students started looking at David. Everyone knew that the left hand was weak, Henry too. Still, he is asking to pose with his left hand. What kind of joke is this? Mark thought. I just won. But still, he told Henry, "Henry, do as you are told." Henry had just become his student. That's why he knew that Henry mostly uses his right hand. If he does it with his left hand, he will only be able to take 30 kilos. When a student comes to 30 kilos after taking advice from Basar, then David will be completely defamed. Then we will see how he will come to school. Henry also said with a smile, "Okay," and again made the pose. He knew that his left hand was weak. And punch with the left hand. What a joke! He has been punching with his left hand since childhood. He did it with his right hand, but he soon learned to do it with his left hand. The energy came from the pose, but it seemed less than before. David was in a state of panic. Is my gift a lie? Other people get advice from the ancestors in the gift, or some power. If they can use it correctly, then they have no difficulty. But he got books. If the writing of the book is wrong, then he will definitely be expelled from school. The pose ended soon. Henry went to the wall and punched with his left hand. Hit. The number came. 1. I was thinking it would be 30. Mark started laughing when he saw 1 written. But before that, he finished his talk. The words got stuck in his throat. He could not believe his eyes. 123. 1, 2, 3, 123 kilos. The first time 62 kilos, and the second time increased to 123 kilos. This is doubled, that is, increased by 100%. Is it true that even the best teachers in the school could not do this in their first year? Henry could not believe it either. Did I do this? He kept looking at the wall. He knew that he mostly used his right hand, but he did not even think that his left hand would have so much power. But he could not even dream of this double power. The rest of the students were stunned. David wanted him to jump with joy. The library's information is true. Knowing the talent and shortcomings of any person, and then using it properly. Getting such a gift for any person who can travel the world is no less than heaven. David said with a laugh, "So what do you say now? 20% of your advice has increased, and 100% of my advice. Mark, sir, what do you say now?" Mark's face turned red, and he could not say anything. He had kept this challenge to embarrass David, but here he himself has to be embarrassed. Then he took out a token from his pocket. He put a drop of blood on his finger and put it on the token and said to Henry, "Henry, I will release you from my class. Now you can make Mr. David your teacher." Saying this, he turned to David and said angrily, "You do not need to be so happy. This time fate has supported you, but next time I will defeat you in the challenge." Saying this, he left from there. This time he not only had to be embarrassed, but also had to lose a student. Losing to David is like slapping your face. Losing to other teachers is a different thing. But losing to a 0 number, teacher, teacher, teacher. Henry bowed his head when he saw Mark leaving. I agree that his punch improved with a single advice. But he also believed that this happened only because David's luck was good. David does not know anything. Great, now you are my student. Hurry up and show your identity card. David does not care what Henry is thinking. He was still celebrating the joy of winning a student in the challenge. He proudly raised his token towards Henry. Although Henry did not want to make David his teacher, but he knew that he would have to respect the result of the challenge. If he did not make David his teacher, then no other teacher would make him their student. That's why he quietly made a mark on that token with his blood. "Your training will start from tomorrow," David said. After taking the identity card, David did not need to say anything and left the canteen. After returning to his class, David decided to explore the shadow of the library in his mind a little more. After that long investigation, he realized that whenever someone will show his talent in front of him, he will get the information of that student in the form of a book. This time my luck has opened up. With the help of this library, he will know the information of anyone at the first meeting, and then there will be no need to come to 0 number. Thinking this, his heart was filled with joy, and now he was very eager for his future. Did you hear? Mark Sir and David Sir just had a challenge, the same David Sir who got 0 number. Challenge. So surely David Sir must have lost. The amazing thing is that it did not happen at all. David Sir won. You just gave some strange advice, due to which Mark Sir's students' punch power increased by 100%. 100%. In the first advice, Johnson Sir can't do this either. So how will David Sir do it? Don't lie. How can it be a lie? Students sitting in the whole canteen saw it with their own eyes. Those who had seen it with their own eyes, they were discussing the same thing, 100% increase. I think luck has supported him this time. He said so much about himself. Karim Nagar is the third largest city in the country. Grace is the daughter of the mayor of that city. She has studied in good schools since childhood. And the reason for her coming to karate school is only to become Johnson Sir's student. She had not even dreamed that she would hear about a better teacher than Johnson Sir. So it was natural for her not to believe these things. Luck? I don't think that only luck can increase someone by 100%. Sitting next to him, another student answered him. Do you think I don't recognize David Sir? If not luck, what else will happen? Don't forget that he is the same teacher who got 0 marks and was almost expelled from the school. Who would be worthy of such a teacher? If you don't believe me, I can open his poll right now. Grace was a spoiled girl from childhood. She was used to convincing herself in any way. Hearing the praises of a bad teacher, she could not keep quiet, and she got angry. Thank you so much for watching. If you missed any of the previous episodes, be sure to watch them in the playlist. See you in the next one.